Summer's over, school has started. Calendars are full. Fall has come in hot. Some of us are energized. We're ready for routines and pumpkin spice everything. Others are tired, worn out from the summer, or just trying to get ready for the fall. And some are already overwhelmed by what fall is asking of us. So whether you're feeling pumped or panicked or perpetually behind, this series is for you. We're calling it Back to Life. It's not just back to school or back to work or back to church, but back to real life. The kind of life that Jesus means when he says, I came that they may have life and have it to the full. So how do we do that? Well, we open up the playbook. We run plays that restores our soul, recenters our family, and reconnects us to the one who never stops coaching us forward. Now, we began this week with our soul. In the fast-paced world that we live in, it's easy to find ourselves running on empty. We juggle work, our family, and countless responsibilities. And often what happens is we neglect the most crucial part of our being, our soul. And so just as a car needs fuel to function, our souls require regular refueling to thrive. Paul's prayer for the Ephesians in chapter 3, verse 19, the last part says this, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. That verse serves as a powerful reminder of our need for spiritual nourishment. And filled means continually being filled. And so last week we explored several reasons why we might find ourselves spiritually empty. Maybe it's starting our day without a full spiritual tank, or we're too busy or hurried throughout the day or throughout the week, or we ignore the owner's manual, the Bible. Now, each one of these can contribute to a sense of spiritual dryness. It leaves us feeling stranded and maybe sometimes even stuck. So recognizing when we're running on empty is the very first step towards restoration. So God offers us the fullness of His presence, the fullness of His love. But you and I, we have to be intentional about seeking it. Just as we wouldn't ignore the fuel gauge in our car, we shouldn't ignore the signs of spiritual depletion in our lives. So this week, here's my encouragement. As you and I navigate the demands of life, let's commit to recognize when our tanks are empty or getting empty. And then let's make sure we take some intentional steps to refuel. How? Well, we're going to prioritize our spiritual health so that we can experience the fullness of life that God desires for each one of us. Have a great week.